Welcome, my wonderful Libras. Thank you so much for joining me again. This is your December reading. I've done yours again first because Libras, you seem to love my readings and you're always there. I've only been doing this for a few months. This is actually my fourth month that I've been doing this, and Libras are always there on top of all my, on the top of the videos. You're always got the most viewers. So I just wanted to do your reading first. I just want to say, don't forget about my free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you have a question to ask about this reading or about anything personal that has nothing to do with this, that you just want some info on, you can just make a comment in the section below after you subscribe, or if you don't want it in the public forum, just subscribe and then email me and I will be happy to email you back your free mini reading. And also at the very end, after you've watched this, check out my jewelry on my website at www.kazana.com.au, and that has some beautiful crystal jewelry made by an Australian designer, and all the meanings are also in the website. So if you want to check out, if you're into crystals and you want to check out those, please do check out those. So let's get into your reading for December. So December starts out with a brand new, fresh start, and it's a fresh new way of thinking. You're into you're getting some new ideas this month as well, and you're coming into December in a situation of power and strength, and you're going to be very victorious as well. Now, from the new beginnings to the ending again, you have a new perspective on a situation that has ended, and or a situation that's changed, and you're looking at that with a completely new set of eyes in December, and that is actually going to lead to a sense of really great hope and fulfillment as well. And you've got in this reading, out of the 8 cards, not including the Doreen Virtues Healing with the Angels card, but out of the 8 cards that I choose just out of my tarot deck, 4 of them are major arcana cards, so it's quite a significant month for you this month. You've got a lot of powerful energy and emotions happening for you. But you've got, 2 of the most wonderful cards, the Star and the Sun. So that's, as I said, you're looking at things that potentially have happened in the past with a new perspective. And as I said, it's going to bring you great joy, great happiness, a sense of hope, a sign of good things for the future, is the feeling that you're getting this month, and things that are happening this month. The Sun is a card of pure elation and joy and happiness. So December's going to be a really good month for a lot of you. It's also a card of successful relationships. So if this newness is a new relationship, it's also going to be a sign that is going to be quite a successful relationship for you. And as I said, if this for others if it's a new way of looking about a situation that's ended, or a death as well, of something that you had planned on happening, or you're looking at that completely differently. And as I said, that's going to bring you a sense of happiness and joy, and I think December's going to be really good in terms of that. Now, you've got a lot of balance here as well. Your thought process is bringing you a lot of balances in terms of, the way you see things. You're quite balanced. You're quite focused, and that, because you've changed the way you look at things, it's going to create a situation a really fast moving situation. And it's going to bring a lot of momentum, and it's bringing things together as well. And yeah, it's sort of very frantic movement in a sense towards, because of your change of mind. You've just made that decision, and I think that is with Libras, you do tend to weigh up all sides once you've made a decision or about something. And once you've made, even though you weigh up all the sides, and it can take you quite a lot of time to make the decision because you are weighing up all the sides. Once you've made that decision, bang, that's it, you're gone. And I mean, gone in terms of gone in the direction of what decision that you've made. And I think that that's exactly what is happening in December. You've weighed things up, you've made that decision for a lot of you, and you're on your way. Now, often what can happen in that situation, it can lead us to a bit of conflict sometimes with people in our lives, because they're not that they're not on board, but you've just made the decision and you're off, and sometimes that can leave people behind. And for some of you this month, I'm seeing that there is a little bit of conflict, a little bit of sort of a mental battle, and it's kind of a conflict and a struggle where it can be a bit of a stalemate. You kind of sort of not getting anywhere in terms of this emotional, or not emotional, more of a mental stalemate. You kind of arguing it out. You're wanting to move forward really quickly, and this can cause you to be in a bit of a stalemate situation with your partner, if you're in a relationship, for those that are in a relationship. And also for some of you, I'm seeing that you've made a decision. There's a fast moving situation that's happened, and it's brought you to this point where you've got to make a decision about something. And sometimes be careful, because we don't want to blindly run into making that decision. And the Two of Swords, which you have here, can often give you that warning. Just be careful. You've come to that point where you're making a bit of a decision. There's a duality there, and that can sometimes cause a lot of people to be stuck as well. That can be the stalemate as well. You've made a decision, you're moving on, and then bang, you're faced with a bit of a crossroad, and you've got to decide now which way to go from there, and that can cause a stalemate. For some of you also, I'm seeing a bit of issue with a relationship, in terms of there's some quarrels, there's some small quarrels, there's a bit of emotional turmoil. There's something as well for some of you that you're not wanting to hear, or you're not listening as well, can be also the message for some of you. But that, because you've got the Star and the Sun, you're really well protected in December, so I don't see it being a huge issue. You've got the Star and the Sun over two of the more trickier cards in your reading, and that kind of just changes the perspective of the whole thing. It's not as bad as it seems. So just be careful of those. Once you've just listen carefully in any relationship. Like, don't be the person that's putting their hands over the ears and not wanting to listen. Listen in all situations. But for others as well, the Five of Cups talks about there's a bit of sadness in a relationship, or perhaps the ending of a relationship, and things haven't been going that great. But there's promise that something is going to change, and all you have to do is change the way you look at things, and that's exactly what's happening for you in December. You're you've got this brand new perspective, this brand new way of looking at things. And so any emotional turmoil that you've had in the past, that's going to end because you're changing your perspective and the way you look at things. So I see December being quite an amazing month for you, filled with lots of happiness and joy. Merry Christmas. Hey, that's what December is for a lot of people in the world. If you're a Christian, or even if you're not a Christian, a lot of people still celebrate Christmas. And now just to get to your Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angels card, that is body care. And I think that that's kind of a little bit self-explanatory. It really talks about making sure that you look after yourself, look after the way that you eat, the way that you exercise. I'm just going to read it out because I always love reading them out. Doreen Virtue's words are just, as I said, they always resonate. So body care is saying that the angels urge you to care for your physical body. You are asked to eat healthy foods, to exercise regularly, and to avoid toxins. This card is your angel's way of asking you to pay attention to your physical body. Perhaps you resist this guidance, and the angels have repeatedly come to you about this topic. They remind you that the body is an instrument that, when well tuned, emanates greater harmony. Your spirit is like the music of a grand piano, and the angels ask you to maintain that piano. Your angels know that if you follow this guidance, you will feel terrific. Your increased energy and happiness is your reward for following the angels' suggestions. They will help you find the time and motivation to exercise. They will also help you to lose your cravings for unhealthy substances. And the angels will help you enjoy the newfound pleasures that come from purifying and maintaining your physical body. Oh, that's beautiful. And, you know, around Christmas time, we can all indulge, I guess, a little bit too much in things that we perhaps shouldn't be indulging in. Alcohol, sweet sugary foods. But I think because you've got that body care card, you've got a lot of strength. And, you know, I see that in what that card was saying as well. You know, you've got that happiness, you've got that joy this month. And I really feel that you've got a lot of that good energy from the angels around you this month. So have a wonderful Christmas. Don't forget, please subscribe and ask your question. You can email me. It doesn't have to be out in the public forum. I am so happy to answer any questions you have about this reading or anything else that you have going on in your life. So have a wonderful Christmas, Libras. Love you. Bye.